And back we are live with our low-level Linux full-stack development here. And the question, can we get China to adopt T2 Linux by providing the best, better than their own probably, Chinese Longson Arch, aka MIPS variant clone copy improvement, continuation, whatever you want to call that. We already support 24 plus architectures, or maybe even kind of 30, maybe even nearly 30, and obviously working on the Guinness World Record of CPU architecture support. So obviously, while we wait for glibc to compile there, why not add Longson CPU architecture support? Let me just go back to where is my glibc release history of Loongson. Yeah, where is that even menu? Needed vintage is not available. Where was it? Not somewhere here. Can't make this stuff up. Do they write it somehow long? Oh wait, long arch, obviously. So I wanted to copy that because obviously we need the right arch triplet. So recurring theme, right? Adding a new architecture when all the work upstream has been done with compiler, obviously, or actually assembler, linker, like aka bin utils or LVM stuff. GCC, then Linux kernel for the kernel and the headers, and glibc. And then, of course, here, svnmkdir. The question is, how do we also, by the way, how to even pronounce that? Maybe I should have checked the pronunciation.
Loongarch 64.
Loongarch, according to Google.
Loongarch.
Loongarch, Loongarch, yeah, stupid name. By the way, recurring theme, right? Name stuff that people can freaking pronounce it, right? Pro tip. Yeah, given that the others are named, I think, like PowerPC, how do we, yeah, we have here the long names, even though other people sometimes use shorter ones. By the way, maybe we should have copied that. Yeah, that is PowerPC. That is why we have the long names here. So, Arch, then maybe copy all of risk. I mean, yeah, theoretically MIPS, but this is less stuff. So maybe Arch test, no boot stuff yet, config in, and so it's just as a template, obviously the next closest best thing. And then let's edit those. Short and long, I guess. Wait a second, is that big endian? Reference menu. Endian server access language supports 3 types. Probably native big little. No, why does it? Okay, here bit designation are always little endian. Yeah, they emulate. They support some kind of. Not looked into the details, but they, I think even previously in the MIPS CPUs they had some x86 support instructions. So, given they want to binary emulate that, that certainly makes sense to have that little endian. So, and description. Also, I think eventually we want to polish that a little bit because there. So that of course doesn't match there. We just delete all of this fine RISC-V stuff and include the shared stuff. More to be added eventually. That doesn't have a type, what does it? Arch. So that could theoretically be enough. So maybe I should actually change the title to Chinese. That if I want those to adopt the best Linux distribution, maybe I should have a Chinese title. There. And then let's see what happens, I guess. And also nice that so that our other x86 64 TISC build has some priority. Cool, it's freaking 6 degrees cooler in the office than yesterday. Yay. Yesterday was 36, at least relative to the motherboard ambient. Oh cool, stuff is failing. Yeah, more. You can't make this stuff up. So, wait a second, is it even? Oh wait, no, this was a build from yesterday. So much too prematurely calling that out. So what's going on here? Linux header, why is that? Long arch. Darn. So we need the latest Linux header. Long arch has been mkdir package. And copy some other, probably RISC-V. Linux header. And we need 19, I think. And by the way, this is just, if you're wondering why do we even do this nonsense, I mean, not only some how to make your Linux distribution better, obviously attract more people, right? So if we get some Chinese developers, why not? And let's try that again. And also we wait for that build anyway, and I wanted, so this takes only like 5 minutes or so, and then depending on how much breaks and so on. But I also have tons of stuff to commit, so we will, it's like, yeah, tons of good stuff. This time not as much as in changes, but some good options. So this is also darn. Yeah, so recurring theme, right? If you're wondering why I'm not a fan of constantly porting this stuff back and forth, because constantly. Also, yeah, the only constant is change, right? Because in Linux kernel, people need to touch it every. So I think I have a kernel in the meantime. By the life hack, and I switched to, you probably noticed that I switched to a, not a paid advertisement, thermocopy for a little bit warmer coffee for long programming sessions. And also, traveling, right? And I have it on my desk, and if I go somewhere like circle economy, right? Reducing plastic waste and stuff, if you go somewhere, just fill up tap water, coffee, all the good stuff. Why is this failing still? All right, maybe they have Longsoon arch without 64. Let's quickly check that. Browse architecture in, yeah, long arch, of course. So that's also the wrong file. CPU, so we need basically, oops. Why do we, by the way, use SED? Could we not could case switch that? Oh, so we use arch to uname. It's a little bit excessive, to be honest. Okay, we have quite some wild cards as in 386 now, but it still looks like we could do a little bit better on this stuff here, but I wonder if we could just mostly substitute 64 away, except where we can't. I think one, which one was it? Was it not one with one left or ARM? Oh yeah, everything is unified. Okay, IA would also break IA64. But yeah, nearly everything is unified except ARM64. It's, yeah, unified meaning having 32 and 64 support in one source subtree there. Let's see if that fixes that. What's going on with our glibc build? Yeah, this is also how we multitask, right? The more you epic thread rip and build, the better. We need to commit the glibc first, though, to have this in a clean. I mean, not that it would matter for. So yeah, that build now, amazing stuff. How long should we wait for? Okay, maybe we wait. We have some more. Oh shit, this also fails. Why? So that is a little bit silly. That apparently, what would be the U name? Apparently, the glibc people also name it slightly different. Maybe should we then name it just Long Arch? If it's always 64-bit, maybe. Here they call it just Long Arch. Why do they call it Long Arch when... Oh, wait a second. Oh no, it says Long Arch. Ah, okay, this is just... I think it might have run the right one. It probably needs a similar heck as... I mean, we could already... We could already try defining that. Okay, let's do it simple for today. Interesting, they have ILP32 though as an option. Did I use the right fix? Oh, I don't. How was the name of the other? Let's double check that. So that fixes it already. Welcome everyone. Question long. Also, you wrote that long. Oh, maybe this is anyway. 12 nanometer CPUs. Are they any good? I don't know. China still needs. I'm still waiting for samples from China. If you're watching, you know where to send samples to. So that still did not work. So do we build otherwise? We build otherwise. I mean, maybe they're not as amazing, but leave in the comments below. Unable to do floating point ABI. Long arch. Oh, come on, long arch. Or do we have some? No. Did I somehow, wait a second, what did I freaking patch there? Wait, did I not rename that? Ah, this didn't rename because I was stupid. That explains the thing, doesn't it? So, and then we can start on committing stuff. Pass config node. Why do I even have? Oh darn! Oh, this is not the right tree. Did I do everything in the right tree? Why does that not MIPS pre-config? Did I somehow rediff that wrong? We had renamed that. Why does this not apply now? Or did I only support it? Does this not look? What have I done here? Do I somehow... It looks patched, doesn't it? Do I have this in 2 patches now? This guy MIPS, yeah, somehow I have this MIPS, yeah, I have this in the long arch somehow, however I managed to do that. So now it finally starts to bootstrap, and now we can start committing stuff, of which we have quite some, as usual. We have the new options here. Let's see that we don't mix any other stuff in. So Pi SSP, I refined the wording a little bit to be a little bit, I hope it's better there like that, like having it spelled out and the abbreviations there. Parentheses, and do we have here stack smashing protector? Yeah, so this is a little bit mixed. Even better style would be to commit this all separately, but I don't really have the motivation now to split this. I mean, yeah, if it would be as big as Linux kernel and stuff, but I guess that should be fine. I mean, it's quite tested. And that probably also, the only thing is this SDE config var, auto var init, we probably need to do a little bit because, do a little bit better. Because I also wonder that we get this into the system compiler. So, and also, like, we exclude GCC because it has undefined reference otherwise to whatever init 0 stuff. And we probably can build more of GCC with that, just not libgcc and other some surrounding libraries. But that is for another day. I mean, maybe we could actually leave a to-do there that we are reminded eventually. Maybe some bootloaders too. Also, I think grub built for some reason. And we are still building. Undefined reference is startup fettle not constant. What the heck? More. How can that be broken? Yeah, I know. By the way, some other like Arch-Linux toolchain maintainer resigned a year or two ago. I really get it, right? If you're a recurring subscriber, you're probably not. I'm a little bit disappointed and increasingly frustrated of all the random breakage and feature removal. Sure, it can always be, or maybe is some of our configuration, but it usually built for decades, except when it breaks. It might be some optimization, libc TLS. It might be some optimization, like building for size and stuff, but it was also building last night with the last version, right? Someone else has that. Oh, build root patch. Other people have that too. Huh. Who would have thought? Fixes may affect pthread fork handling. Is that 22.6? Yeah, that is newish. IA64 startup page, Linux startup page, attribute static. So is this just another case of not using the right static whatever? It is crazy that the people do not coordinate it like that to build with the latest GCC or so. Absolute crazy. Where is the beta patch for the build root? Really would like a better copy and pastable version of that. Where's the whole thread? Don't make me download. The whole mbox gz, please. Patch version 2.1, version 2.1.1. Or wait a second, or is it actually, oh wait a second. Oh no, this is, why is this double plus? Can we somehow download it properly? Startup page, why does this have here double pluses, plus minus? What am I missing here? Somehow this does not look like it will apply whatever happens there with the patch. Oops. Yeah, toolchain maintenance. Yeah. This is some other stuff. So why is it finding some other random stuff now? Google search in. Oh, come on! Why does it only find garbage now? Okay, let's take a look. What is the essence of by the way, maybe reverting a compilation of useful version of implement a useful version of startup patch. Can we maybe this is double this is why I thought it is. Alright, this explains why somehow I was thinking it's exactly what I thought it is, a double patch. Let's see, did someone comment this by the way? Can LD be position? Can LD SO be position? Oh, good question. I guess it could be, or probably the kernel could relocate the stuff. Can't the kernel already relocate stuff? Is this all glibc? What is it here even diff? Okay, let's try one more thing before we try to copy and paste this stuff here. Let's see. So yeah, we are not the only ones reverting stuff, right? Even made it into open embedded or? Okay, this is revert commit Z1. Can we, so this is also, yeah, modern web, right? And the problem is we might need, can we, where is it changes? Will this work well enough or? If we paste the hash, oh shit, I thought damn it. Didn't copy and paste it apparently. Here it's actually introduced in with, here's the commit already. So introduced in open embedded commit with temporary discussed. Also routed in build route. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Where was the open embedded code? Upstream report. What is upstream report? Why does this take so long? This one should be right. Introduced in with implement user version startup Fettel Linaro. Yeah, I wonder what those people always do. This is do they not test this stuff? This is so hilarious. We need to revert that. Always needs its permanently reverse. If you have a better trick for that, let me know. I don't have intensive patch tools or so. Oh, come on. What do I even do here? What do we have there? GCC also fails. Who is surprised? New architecture build fails. Cannot compute suffix, cannot compile in. Checking suffix. It might be an option like stack smashing protector. Strange stuff. Let's hope that applies like that. Let's hope for the best. YouTube caption isn't available. What do you, I don't know. Might be, maybe, could be. Usually, I don't know, does it generate later? Maybe. I think usually it is becomes available. Yeah, but there, that is the GNU and other open source release quality, right? The only constant is change and regressions and yeah, what should I say? More people need to test it. Maybe more people need to test it and less people need to break it. But yeah, it needs to be changed, so it's broken. So it breaks in, was it not libgcc? Here. Or does binutils not work? Or what do we have here? Assembler. Unrecognized option. LP64D. LP. What was there, or is there a new binutils release? Binutils. No, what was there? Listing here of binutils 238. That's what we're supposed to have. Do we still build? Ah, this patch fixed it. Amazing stuff. Which symbol name? glibc or long? I need to get used to pronouncing long. Where was the pronunciation? Loong arch. Yeah. Let's check binutils. Did we? It looks like it configures correctly for that, unless they want long arch without 64, but I guess it should have errored out when. Which which one was it? Long. Oh wait, this wasn't even the right one. Maybe if you internet search the two, it's certainly easier than first-hand debugging that. So it's that one. I have that maybe too. I don't know, Archport. ABI pattern. Are they what is the difference here? ABI pattern, inferring ABI from triplet. So the usual nonsense here, and so ours matches that LP64. Maybe we should try F64. Maybe. Was it soft float or what should that be? ABI pattern, ABI default, LP640. I think I try that one and see what happens. Which one? This LP, which could it be one of the patches you just... No, this looks like not matching. We apparently we configure for that. Maybe that's not even supported or tested. If you are with this Loong... Oh, I hate this name. I probably should not say on a Chinese attracting stream that I hate this name.
Lungarch.
Lungarch, yeah, I can't get to this name. I guess that's a configuration. This is simply not supported in bin utils, so either they're still working on it, or it needs more bin utils patches. That is their stuff. That is not the little patches we just added. I guess it would look like that. I guess we see what happens. Yeah, this is true. I mean, yeah. So a lot of architectures do that, right? MIPS and even x32. So this extensions to the. Also, yeah, stuff so complex. You need extensions to the already quite verbose arch triplet thing. So we have that for MIPS 032 and 32 and 64 and other such, or ARM eABI and AMD 64 x32 32-bit pointers. Yeah, so theoretically this also in the long term needs an option, obviously, if T2 goes back in China. Yeah, in the 80s it was big in Japan, or so. No, it's big in China, maybe, although I heard they struggle a little bit there with their economy and protests. But if T2 becomes a big thing in China, we obviously need an option for ZABI similar to others, but yeah. So let's see if that builds something more. So we are still thread ripping there. Did I commit this already? Okay, I didn't commit this already because we got distracted. So that is LTO Pi options and stuff. Which was it? This was even LTO, which one? So this was, I think, LT. No, not. Oh, this was text machine protector, right? Added new initialization here. What do we have? We need to benchmark that though. Compiling Linux kernel became again significantly slower on this epic thread ripping AMD Ryzen 5950X. I think I had like 5 minutes 20. I'm now like 6 minutes a little, so it's nearly 20% slower. Also maybe mostly GCC 12, obviously, because code bloat and stuff. And all right, and something of that sort. Maybe. The art of writing commit messages. I hope I don't screw too much up today. It's just not the biggest changes, but quite some of this still fails. It's still the same. I mean, it could be incompatible. On the first glance, it might look slightly different. No, it's still similar. Or is it? But I guess it is. It's just concurrently built. So this didn't fix something yet. Cannot compile. MABI LP64D. Did this not change a tiny little bit? Was it not previously with hash? Oh, here. LP. Maybe we should look into the man page of Long Arch. So this should be, do we have that? Although maybe it doesn't print it. What does it want there? At least our AMD 64 builds. Yeah, too much noise. Here, ABLP. Is it the right AS? GCC objective GCC AS? Exact, wait a second. Is it now? This also looks strange. What is it even trying to execute here? Oh, wait a second. MABI. Wait, this is strange. I think this changed or not. I think there is some bug in this configure. Probably, yeah, this stuff, I mean, who of the GNU people would have test built it, right? It looks to me that there is a bug somehow. And Hey, they support Musel. I guess they run this somehow without GNU AS. Because obviously it runs here, as you see, it runs GCC AS. It tries to exec MABI. That obviously, actually, we could check if, does that grok that unrecognized? Oh, wait a second. Why does unrecognized option? MABI requires an argument. Interesting. LP64 works. Do I have the latest? Which even? Yeah, we can use, no, don't feel like upgrading that in this second. Does he not have an info for large? Oh, come on. That is somewhat disappointing. They really submitted that without info page. Yeah, thanks. Let's first see what even should be supported there. No ABI here. Oh wait, this was also wrong. Why is there not much ABI stuff? That's going well, huh? Trying to support an architecture nobody else cares about, is brand new out of China. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, I could remove that and see how that goes for now. Here, maybe. AS 114. What is it even trying to do there? Configure. Conf test. Exec original. Not often have seen that stuff. Actually, wait a second. This is some. This could be again some bash versus dash. Actually, except if it isn't. Yeah, that is super annoying. But I said so often, right? All this configure and build stuff is way too YOLO together technology, if you even can't tell it. Technology. Exec-m invalid option. There's something seriously going wrong. I've not even ever seen this GCC AS thing. I wonder since when I've seen a lot of things, but there must be some. I mean, why does it build for all other freaking architectures? That is configure. Let's maybe take a look what the configure script tries to do. So here's. Okay, so this is wait a second. Why is this unrecognized command line option Q version? Did you mean version, or is this here normal? Why is this such a nonsense? I thought I added and it will just build. 3814. Oh, come on, where am I? Yeah, that is here, checking for the suffix of object files. This looks to be a simple test. It's crazy that that already fails. What exactly is going on here? Maybe we need to export some paths there for the XGCC, whatever. Or is that annoying? I mean, it is the first Longson Arch thing that's starting to build there. Where is this AS thing even coming from? I never really noticed it, but then this never failed before. And they also have. Also collect the what did I just say it was? I less that are then or collect LD. Where is it coming from? Or maybe in? No. Where is it coming from? Maybe only some architectures use that because I've never seen that before. What would be some text to look out for? Exec tool. It's better rebuild. Who knows what else broke already and is stored somewhere. I usually save 2x to rename it later. Sometimes, like here too, because I don't know what other name I have there, to navigate a little bit more and to group that together. Actually, even I would actually, if this is a generic thing, because it's more generic than libgo, let's do that first. See what happens. Rust failed, yay! Right, this bloody bootstrap stuff. Don't tell me this fails because it's trying to load a glibc, whatever. But yeah, recurring theme complexity, right? Why am I against so much complexity? not only hundreds, thousands of lines of code change for each glibc, Linux kernel stuff, but also you update your glibc and then all those YOLO'd and custom and quirked and hacked solutions like Rust and so on. They constantly break, right? And also why I hate this cargo or Rust uploading some random stuff, often without our control and consent. So does it download? What's happening here? Package, something error, didn't exit successfully. Rust-C. Yeah, so glibc 236. I might be able to work around this. So yeah, it's building stuff and trying to execute some stuff that is obviously not ideal. Maybe there are multiple things. Maybe we can somehow configure the bootstrapping. It's already like running as kind of pseudo cross build even for actually otherwise native builds. Maybe we can patch and quirk and configure that better. Another cheap workaround would be, I mean, I could test build it for other stuff where it can't run stuff natively. Also, it might still build bootstrap its native, I mean, cross compiler. GCC, that is still fair, so this wasn't a fix. Yeah, for now I ignore it, that in our minimal desktop, it will only fail Firefox, so we test still all the other remaining stuff. This is a really curious one here, though. I really wonder. Maybe we should also, should we try? I mean, it's not the biggest difference, but just previously when we had this arch triplet slightly different, the error was slightly different. It's probably still the same. Yeah, crazy. So this was not a thing. Coffee is also empty. What do you mean I need a microphone? I have a microphone. What I need in this room though is maybe if this echo irritates you, you can share, like, subscribe, membership and Patreon. I could use some noise dampening, reflection, anti-reflection or acoustic panel there. I already wanted to order some, but I found some relatively good looking that I liked, but then the Amazon reviews were like, yeah, they are like not worth the money. They're just some thin foil and stuff, and wasn't the most important. Most people also here for the content and not for the echo. But yeah, my other videos in my office are better because the office is so full with vintage gear that I don't have much reflection there without acoustic panels. But yeah, donate, GoFundMe, GitHub sponsor or Patreon for acoustic panels here at home. Alright, this may or may not be known, maybe, I'm not sure. I think this is a new build error, but I'm not interested. Let's check, I hope. Yeah, no, this is a microphone because sometimes yeah, so much to Longsoon. I mean, I could commit that already. It's like, yeah, it's starting to bootstrap. It might only be a tiny little fix away. It's obviously still the same thing. I mean, given that it right now it errors out completely. I mean, there obviously is. What is exec-m invalid option? Why is this dash m? Where is even that coming from? Is it? Where is this dash m coming from? This does not. No, I think there is something fundamentally wrong. There, either they pass this their own ABI stuff wrong. I mean, I changed already this helper. This is some helper script. There is something fundamentally wrong with, or either fundamentally or their own like Longson. I mean, previously 24 architecture or 23 architecture combination build, right? So maybe we should log how that is run. There must be something serious wrong. I mean, we could try without this F whatever 64 again. Mostly because the error was slightly different. Just to see that maybe we get a better indication what was in here. Long arch 64, tune pattern, tune defaults, setting default with arch. Where are we even? That is, so that is it the preconf or which is it? ABI pattern. I mean, maybe they just use their own variable wrong. Or actually, maybe they use some bash-ism here and we run this as dash. I mean, you know what? We could actually, if this fails, I just for a test, I mean, this will fail. But just for a test, I can change my system sh to bash to see if that fixes something potentially. I also really would need more coffee, man. Yeah, that's a while. Code bloat, what should I say? By the way, we had data running. Did data update something? Yes, data updates. Data update to glibc 32 or what? Yeah, also data updated some nonsense. Probably should. Our data updated glibc. Oops. It even test build. It doesn't have an untested mark, so test build. Yeah. Have an AI. It does also work for you, except some. Question there. Jim asked, do you have a Longson machine to test on? No, I haven't. If you have one or have contacts in China, let me know. But we can, of course, do already more stuff without that, like cross-compiling, just to test our T2 Linux architecture. Right, why not? The more we test, the more we find. Like here, so that probably is still the same. Yeah, let's actually we could have directly bashed /h. That was not the most clever. Thing. Let's see if that magically fixes this strange stuff, just to get an indication where this bug is actually hiding. If it is indeed some shell bug or not. But it, yeah, probably some extremely vintage packages we should maybe just flag data don't update, because obviously that doesn't make much sense. So we probably had other stuff to commit. Let's see. Why is this different though? Why is this checksum different? Strange. Or maybe the data do that in parallel, and I mean it obviously should be the same checksum as maybe this was running in parallel and maybe checksum the partially downloaded file, I guess. Not sure. It must be parallel download of those two builds running in parallel. Okay, that still didn't fix the thing, so it's not bash. Let's maybe revert that partial hotfix there. That doesn't hotfix anything. I mean, need to, how do we best do that? The crazy thing is I've never seen such a build error, so that is a new one. 20 years later, yeah, but recurring theme of the only constant is change, which by the way is now available as merchandise somewhere here. So if you want only constants change or kidswear, then it's like, yeah, so only constants change and regressions. So I have it live here only on this channel. And yeah, even GCC can still surprise me. That is so crazy. I'm sort of, I mean, yes, attention to detail, right? You just need to debug through all of that and just look at the source. The truth is in the source and the bugs too. The true bugs. So it is slightly different. What is a little bit, so it is running that a little bit different, right? Because now we have unrecognized option LP60. I mean, I think this code must have a bug in some way that it is not, where even is that? It's somehow not setting the AVI stuff here and then running really strange stuff without options and stuff. And it also doesn't support that one. So maybe, wait, where is that even coming? Maybe we try to patch that away and see if it builds. Which file is that in? Is it GCC? Config GCC. Or does that mean build? Does it mean build multilib? Does it mean build df and s? And Longsoon. Arch. Let's see what happens. Feeling lucky here. Actually, once upon a time, I wonder if Richard Stallman is still running. At one time he was running this Loongson netbook. Maybe he still does. I think I sometimes try to find one which is MIPS, but I mean it was slow 10 years ago. It's probably still pretty slow. And yeah, it wasn't high performance so much to Linus Torvalds using MacBook Air, right? Oh, this is also defunct. Who would have thought? Same Reddit we just had been on. Yeah, I don't expect wonders obviously from this stuff. I mean that was MIPS, so it's, yeah, I mean the question is, it could have potentially been faster than an SG Octane, right? Not that that would have been particularly fast, but I mean it was fast for its time, but that was 1996. Yeah, random garbage. But this was MIPS, not what we are doing right now, so... Yeah, all those laptops, thank you very much. Okay, this still didn't fix the thing. Yeah, that is rather curious bug. You would have thought this is somehow shipped in a way that it also builds. How long are we live streaming? Probably too long. Yeah, so much too quickly doing some stuff. I mean, we could also, I mean, yeah, we need to find out with the other option. It looks to me that this makefile and script stuff is not running the right AS. As long as we don't run the right AS, that of course it doesn't. And I wonder if it's using my system AS. It's still LP64D. Where is that still coming from? I thought we hot patched that. Because I tried that, right? So I would hope, which AS does it run? Okay, it's actually, it's running GCC. We might not be able to easily reproduce that. Yeah, this doesn't cut and paste like that. I think I tested that though. That was and this message is consistent. I only wonder why it has this bloody hash in front of it. So yeah, unfortunately, does it have any help or? I grabbed the bin util. So what was it with D, right? ABI. What did even LP? Was it D? I think it was D. Actually, here it's probably also generating that in this ABI options. Maybe we should patch bin utils. No, bin utils should just, I mean, maybe the bin utils patch is older, right? Maybe they're using new features that are not in bin utils, right? Certainly there's not usually so much to configure, and usually it supports multiple ABIs, bin utils. Here, tracking down the problem. Huh? Other people have the same problem. Huh? Trying to build long arch. And it doesn't work for me. For me, neither. Track down the problem. Turns out that the GCC passes came to the same conclusion. Only supports. What did we find out live on this channel here? Where can I find guidance on how to build this stuff? Hacking accept LP64 ABI variants. Let's copy this patch here. This is due to incompatible change to the long arch toolchain. You know what? I think from now on I call it long, not long. Long arch toolchain conversion specs. The first version was like one, got criticized mainly by me, then morphed into final. Discussion was in Chinese or rather initial port went public and got accepted by bin utils upstream. The bin utils chunk has already been updated, in particular at least 3 for compatibility with. Then let's update ABI flex in elf header. Where is soft, single, double, ABI? Here probably. Good that we wasted our time with it. Oh, I just want a raw, very so freaking raw here. I like my patch raw like sushi. So let's try that again. Many times the charm. So then, alright, delete that stuff. And what else? This hotfix. Does it look like it has a chance to apply as and stuff? Let's see. Of course, now we first need to rebuild bin utils. I still need coffee. Oh, this shit doesn't apply. Thank you very much. Maybe, I mean, how much does not apply from this stuff along arch? Let's hope it's an easy fix. But yeah, the only constant is change, and of course so much is changing that even that change does already not apply anymore because it would be too easy. Oh, only one reject. That should be easy, shouldn't it? Oh darn, should be easy except convoluted garbage. Maybe we try to pull the whole header. Where is here? So we could maybe copy and paste that. Oh shit. So do I have NVI? Does it look sane? There's quite some changes there though. Why is there so much location number stuff? Which one were those? All of those? I hope they are not used there, are they? Which line is it? 178. After GNU, that one, B16. Just not to keep all this random stuff, who knows what that will break again, or where it's coming from. Oops. So it builds. Wish me luck. Yeah, spare long large samples, highly appreciated. How is our other build doing? Something failed. Python? Maybe we just updated that when a checksum error? How is that a checksum error? Maybe also parallel download. I need to probably data shot itself into the shoe with downloading Python 2 and 3 update at the same time. Wouldn't surprise me. Why does it fail? Extern Rhino prototype? What? Building a second ago. Maybe we should grab the whole header after all. Strange. See any extra? So you have elf header. Doesn't even look on the first glance at. How does this work though? Unsigned. This is also a little bit suspicious. This is some character array string. that even... That is a little bit strange here. And then LP index. Ah, okay, this is. But this initialization looks off. I'm not sure if that is something. This is assigning. You probably wanted that 0 initialized. It's like C programs in 2022. Yeah, I would use RISC-V for everything. I only package that for the fun and YouTube views. Also Python. I think this build the other day. So this code looks strange. They also index here into the string, into the position. This is extremely crazy C code. So I'm pretty sure that is not doing what they want. They probably want it all 0 initialized. Then you type here, or is it? Anyway, and then they use here this lower and capital S and F. I mean, why would you freaking do that? I mean, what is wrong with those people? LP. And then they index, then they end the index here with the suffix 4. Where is the suffix coming from? Absolutely insane C code. What is wrong with those people? I think they wanted to write JavaScript or something. Also, yeah, what waste of stuff. When all they want is like 3 or 4 integer states of enumeration, and they allocate here 256. I mean, not that would be performance oriented, but you simply, even if it's not performance oriented, this is not how you program. Absolutely bonkers. And then people tell me, hey, C is amazing, we got that. It's like, yeah, 2022 assembler. I mean, yeah, I mean, nobody obviously is using that in production, that's for sure. Especially, where's the bloody suffix coming from? Suffix 5, because const chargs. Okay, they even cast. Why do they? Why? They have here a const character argument, and then they just cast this bloody argument. I mean, why not directly use? This is so hilarious. And so they also index. They blindly, potentially without length checking. I mean, it's only assembler, it's not your web server or kernel. But yeah, buffer overrun. This is the reason you don't do that. I mean, besides it's low quality C code, recurring theme here. But even if that would not like randomly crash and would have bugs and burn and catch fire, it's still a bad learning experience for others who read this and think this is, and it is in GNU bin utils, right? It's not like in YOLOs, in like Joe's unsuccessful random GitHub stuff. This is in GNU. I mean, how was this code even freaking reviewed to accept extreme garbage? I mean, I would need to look into Felix von Leitner's diatlib or ambutils to find crappier C code than that one. That is a crazy one. This is actually too stupid for me for just. I mean, we could. I mean, besides it's low quality C code, we could try once if we replace all of also cargo threads, because we don't have Rust now. Also, yeah, I wanted to spin ISO last night. Now we don't have Rust anymore. 3, 5, 8. Was it an elf? Probably it was an elf, huh? Ah, shit, I did this wrong. Now, did I update that correctly? Maybe, let's see if that... Does it build, does it not, with this bloody header? Maybe it does. Interesting. Bin utils, what was it, elf? Include elf. Is this by chance the right order? No, it isn't. Hope I didn't mangle anything. So William says, moves as it parses. Should we double check that? Do we have that code in here? Okay, so like, let's not waste time. Let's continue building. So you're saying this argument switch C option ABI would be okay. We would need to Longson arch have diff from Z to Z. What was even the arc ABI? What was it even? 64D or stuff? Only want to do some due diligence of Rust, or obviously Rust fields. So, but everything else should build now depending on glibc regressions. What was even the parse arc? No, not this one. Where is? Okay, let's equals the initialized that here. So you're saying it's moving, but I mean, okay, they check here that this length is 4. Okay, they actually, yeah, but yeah, also this is poor man C parsing. Okay, they do not overrun the buffer. They check that they have, it starts with that and they have, that is non-zero. But this is also here, you don't really want to open code string parsing like that. But still, this use, so IPL, IP suffix, so they still might still point stance, means they don't overrun this buffer arc, fine. They could also directly use unsigned char. They could, okay, fine, whatever. C code, but they still use this stupidly. They have here 256 character state. of which are most are not used except SFD, lower and capital, and they index that character into, by the way, do they path that? They would need to be careful that that is not negative, right? Is that suffix 4? Is that, maybe that is why they unsigned, probably why they unsigned character cast that. So instead of looking up directly mapping that suffix to this ABI, they use an extreme. So basically they waste 252 multiplied by 2 characters indexing. Also, this is not correctly. I wonder, what would that do? The C compiler allocates 256 bytes. What does the C compiler do with this expression? I have actually no idea. All I know is that, I mean, this should not be in correct array initialization. What would the freaking compiler do here? I mean, beside, well, by the way, wait a second. So they assign this ABI, and if you supply something else, what does it do then? Does it also issue a diagnostic? Because for everything else, it would be either uninitialized or, I mean, what does this code do? The thing is, checking if it's one of SDF. Where is it checking that? Ah, here. Ah, right. I read this wrong. I thought they checked that this is not null. Okay, they actually check that, but I think you can't rely on this. This is not properly initialized. Besides the whole. But this is also the problem, right? You need to guru meditate about 5 minutes about this exotic C code. But yeah, again, you waste 250 bytes by 2, not that it would be that important. It is extremely hard to read. I thought I overread this LP64 lookup. Okay, fine. It's also fragile. They rely on this unsigned character, not to accidentally negative index there, which, yeah, you need to know C very well to understand that one. Especially most people don't even know that some platforms have negative characters, which is also stupid, but some just have. So yeah, but this should not initialize that. I mean, what they want there is assign that to. Does it even want what? I have it hard to understand what the compiler should even generate here for that. I'm pretty sure that is not. Is it? Doesn't seem to help. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it sounds that is it guaranteed that initializes the whole? We need to test that crazy stuff. Okay, now the stuff starts to build. Does LVM probably does not have support for that, or? By the way, I wonder if GCC issued a warning for that. What even was the name of that? Do I still have it somewhere? No warning? We'll check later, just out of curiosity. What did we wanted to do? LVM. So 15 development cycle apparently. You can say a lot, but they push hard to get their stuff everywhere. And then we would need, the question is what they use for this, where's the freaking patch? They also have long arch 32 actually. Yeah. 64 and 32, so eventually we would maybe also need to support this. The question is, knowing them, I look for the LVM name there, so theoretically in the future we need, if they have that upstream here somewhere. Question is how they named that. That is what I wanted to look up. Giving LLVM naming, I would guess long arch maybe. Code owner something long arch. There is a bloody LVM arch name. Probably given the other something like that, I would expect. But we probably want to comment it out because it's not in our 14 version that we have here. Which we could also stop over actually, because it's just defaulting to x86 in our code. And what do they have with Rust? Rust is coming too. So they call it LA for long arch 3264. is this, what is it, open, so that's probably not yet in there yet. So theoretically, as long as that is not there, we probably want to mark that minus long arch. Theoretically some other surrounding rust stuff too, but that is rust. Where do we have, do we only do that for rust? Why do we not do that for cargo? Theoretically all rust packages, but at least the main ones that you don't accidentally try to immerse that non-working stuff at home. Yes, otherwise stuff is building, glibc, yeah, right, one hotfix, because obviously. So we want MIPS and was it undefined, or I think it was undefined reference or something, right? Yeah, with this stuff, I guess we could also start to commit this long arch stuff. Ah, it is already. Yeah, maybe I let that build a tiny little bit more and then later this afternoon commit that. Last but not least, should we check? I was trying. Or should we D to better read that? Just that this is not optimized away. No warning, interesting. I'm actually surprised that this doesn't. I mean, okay, it is. Does it track initialized? Where's our test string? probably should not have named everything test. String foo byte 14a. What? 14a 14? Huh? What is that even? You're kidding me. This is a little bit unreadable. Why is this so stupidly unreadable? Or is it, other wait, this was debug info. Where is the rest of this stuff? Why is there no... Okay, fine, whatever. This is also known. So I'm usually one step forward, one step back. Still need to find a solution for that. So yeah, I let the stuff compile there. Hope you learned something. It was, as usual, yeah, stuff is upstream, but in a not compiling state. Recurring theme here. Don't forget to share, subscribe. Let's see if we can get China to switch to T2. And don't forget to share, subscribe for the next fun and code and a new ISO to come. Also, what else do we have there? Yeah, minor, whatever also with Perl and Rust and Cargo. Yeah. Always one more thing. See you next time.